Hey, Alan, does this look familiar? Looks similar to what our mom had. You should have seen a box that came in. They banged the fuck out of it, checking it for secrets. Yeah, this is part two. Also, this is a shout out to my older brother Alan. We grew up on a machine like this. I used to percolate coffee like this from oyster, like I said. I think that's the name. But the difference is the light was in the inside. And when you were hyperkinesis kids back then, before they had Ritalin, the treatment for kids with ADHD or hyperkinesis, it was natural. It was just coffee. Coffee has a different reaction on people who have ADHD. If your kid still gets hyped up off of caffeine and coffee, they get hyped up, they can't say they are not ADHD or hyperkinesis syndrome. They've been misdiagnosed. Back in the late 90s, around the 2000s, they started broad brushing everything as ADHD. So they get these kids hooked on medications. And as you see, it's a success when you go walk out on Skid Row. Some of the people out there are Generation X and some millennials. I think probably some Z's now. But still, the natural remedy was coffee. It has an opposite effect on us. If they say you're ADHD and you drink coffee, you get hyped up and the jitters and everything, you are not ADHD. You've been misdiagnosed. And that's facts. ADHD doesn't mean you can't learn good and all that shit and everything. My brother has it, and he's in the chess clubs, science, and all that shit, you know? He's in places he was not supposed to be in. But my condition was a lot worse because lead paint was still being used during that time. And my mom and my brother said they caught me living in the cheap places we used to live that they have for people of low income. Always lead paint. They said they always caught me eating the lead paint chips. And I wasn't the only one. Only child to do that. So I got a little bit of my issues. But the ADHD shit, that shit's a superpower. You can almost remote view with that shit. A guy who had with an ADHD who was helping Cameron find the Titanic, he admitted that he had it, but he didn't know. With that shit, you could remote view. And he remote viewed that the Titanic where it was, and they found that bitch. mean, ADHD, we could practically put together formulas in our head, test it out, and it's to fruition. I've done it because I wanted the abilities of the mantis shrimp, the peacock mantis shrimp, and I said, how can I figure that out? What makes him do it? And what he doesn't have make him do it? And I figured it out. It was very easy. I figured out what it doesn't have and what it's substituting to do it. Now the problem I have is I could do that, but I burn myself. I lose skin. The skin literally evaporates when I hit something. And it's only so, your bones can only get so hard in your fist. There's only so much you can do. And the skin around you, there's only so much callus that you can put on your hands. There's only so much. The peacock mantis has another advantage. It has a shell to protect his fucking hands. I don't have a fucking shell. And I don't have water to dissipate the heat that I make when I hit an object, especially a metal object. I hit a metal object, I'm vaporizing my skin. I can see my skin cells on it. I always thought, oh, maybe it's dirt. So I'll wipe it off. Maybe it's just dirt. Then when I take it, pop that sucker. It's, oh shit, that's not dirt. That's my fucking skin. I'm vaporizing it. That's it. Then I didn't believe what I was doing. So I said, you know something? I'm going to take and do a medium light hit on this object, on this piece of metal. So I did a medium light hit. I vaporized so much of my skin I could almost see my knuckle. I could see the bone of my knuckle. I said, okay, this is serious shit. I tapped into something. My mother came to me in my dream and said, George, you tapped into something really powerful. Be careful, like, you're going to kill somebody. And she got up. She was like in a diner because she loved taking us to diners and stuff to eat. She loved that old-fashioned stuff. And she stood up and she said, George, you're going to kill somebody. Be careful. You don't know how the hell you did it, what energies you tapped into. Just be careful. And that's how it ended right there. And didn't pay much attention till now. So shit. My body's jacked up. I could barely walk. I blew out my knee. How the hell I blew out my knee? I don't do that much walk. I do walk, but I'm not crazy about. I don't do anything crazy. How I blew my knee out? By practicing. Doing those techniques. One thing the peacock mantis doesn't have legs. Like I do. It doesn't kick. I kick too. So I'm doing that same type of force with my legs, and I blew out my fucking knee. Now I'm walking with a limp. People say, oh, that's crazy, Like I said, I'm only going to teach this shit to a certain few, and I'm going to show them the things they need to do to keep them fucking up like I did, so they don't be limping around. I already put out a video. I didn't say how I did it. It's called My Invention, Railgun Kinetic Energy. And most of the motherfuckers, they don't know what the fuck they're looking at. They don't know what the fuck they're looking at. They don't understand what the hell. They can't see the clue. If you can, give me a thumbs up. If you understand what I'm saying, give me the thumbs up. Motherfucker actually go into wings. I already know that shit. It's old hat. So like in the back of my hand, do some new shit now, buddy. This is practically quantum mechanics type shit. This is Akasha Records type fucking shit. Look at that. Look at that, Alan. Yeah. No, Alan's talking some shit. Oh, George, you're always talking shit. That's all right. Get in the ring with me. See my signs work since I'm talking shit. Oh, shut up. I'm not doing nothing. Sure, smoke one. Really believe. Watch your enemy. Drink Hennessy. Look at big butt black. He doesn't like big butt black women. He doesn't want to go. He absolutely detests and hates black women. Which a lot of brothers do, because I don't know why Alan does it, because my mom never did anything to make him hate himself or other black women. My mom's, matter of fact, she's like the, if you want somebody to represent black women, have my mom get up there. People still talk about her to this day. I mean, poet. I mean, she was a science fiction writer. Basically, did the same thing Sophia Stewart did. The lady that wrote the Matrix and the Terminator, which the white supremacists don't believe. They still say she got thrown out of court and all that shit, because that's the narrative going to be. Well, no, what's fucked up about it? She's married to a white man, and this motherfucker ain't doing anything to defend her. I'm sure it's some white woman he was married to, he immediately would get into action like they always do. I mean, look what they did in Florida. They threw out all the books that had any black faces on it. They may threw some other minorities in it, but mainly black people. Yep. Smells good. I got enough to make some iced coffee. You get that, Alan? It works. I'm going to put it on. Yeah, I got it on warm now. Wow. Okay, I'm going to get myself a cup. Here you're going to get some kitty. That's a secret to be got. I see how I put in little bags like this. Mm-mm. Okay, let's give it a test. Let's give it a little taste. It's like those Europeans, little teeny cups. Look at that. Yeah, key. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my secret. I got a mixture of goat milk, cow's milk, colostrum, and creamer. So not only is it rich, it's also good for you too. So it's like a little energy drink. The colostrum will keep you sensitive people from rejecting it. Keep you from getting the bubble guts and the poo-poos. Because the colostrum helps with gut health. That's why that's the first part of the milk that comes out of any mammal. Human, it's good. I like it. It's good. It's coffee. Good. Put that bitch in there. Now I need to cool that motherfucker off. Got a little bit of a grounds in there, but believe it or not, that's flavor. If you don't have grounds in coffee, this is what happens. You get a flat finish. That's good for if you're making like coffee, special coffee drinks like you people are used to in Starbucks or whatever. Coffee bean. They make a coffee like that with no grounds in it by either doing the sock method or what's the other method? The other method? Oh, the drip. That drip thing where you drip it through coffee filter. This here leads to particulates in it. You get that flavor of mocha. But those other ways, it takes the character out the coffee. That's the problem. This type of method and other regular coffee, it keeps that character in there. Otherwise, it's just flat finish, and you just use that type of coffee like the flavored shit. You could drink it, but it's good for like making it put into ice cream, cooling it off, for iced coffee, putting cream in it, and shit like that. That's what that type of coffee is good for. But real coffee aficionados, they want this. If a person hates this, they ain't a coffee aficionado. They're a fucking amateur. The particulates is where the flavor is. Now I'm going to put an ice thing in there. This is my cheat code. Yeah. One of these. One of that. There you go. Done. Now I got enough. Hopefully I can have iced coffee later on. That's what I wanted. Because all I had was my Violetta. It only makes so much. My other coffee pot, for some reason, mysteriously broke. I got a new one. I got this one. It's like going back to basics, going back to what I started with when I was a kid. Hey, Alan. Started from the bottom, now we're here. This is what we used to right here. It probably is the same size of what Mom had. But I'm bigger now. It's probably the same size as this. Doesn't look big. Doesn't look like around that tall. Had a cool light in it. It was awesome. Electric French press. You can still hear it. Cool. Nice. Anyway, that's it.